The zoo has come to town. Thank you for letting us come in here. Yeah. I'm sorry, man. Yeah. She doesn't want to be on film, guys, so just cut her out of anything. Appreciate that, man. I'll be the vice president.
Okay.
Nick Fuentes, of course, he's an avowed white supremacist. He said, what kind of a man marries somebody named Usha? Clearly he doesn't value his racial identity, his heritage. I mean, this is racist garbage.
Yes, it is.
Do you believe Kamala Harris is black?
I believe that Kamala Harris is whatever she says she is, but I believe importantly that President Trump is right that she's a chameleon. She pretends to be one thing in front of one audience. She pretends to be something different in front of another audience. Look, Dana, she's not running a political campaign. She's running a movie. She only speaks to voters behind a teleprompter. Everything is scripted. She doesn't have her policy positions out there. She hasn't answered why she wanted to ban fracking, but now she doesn't. She wanted to fund police, but now she doesn't. She wanted to open the border, but now she doesn't. She should have to answer for why she presents a different set of policies to one audience and a different set of policies to another audience. And I think that's what President Trump is getting at. This is a fundamentally fake person. She's different depending on who she's in front of.
With respect, you changed your position on an important thing, which is Donald Trump.
Of course I did.
And so why are you not a chameleon?
Because, Dana, I've explained to the American people what's different. People change their minds when the facts change, they should. But if you want to be the people's vice president or president, you should have to stand before an interviewer and say, this is why.
How long have you worked here?
I've been here since the beginning of July.
Okay.
Okay.
Good. How about you, sir?
Almost 2 years.
Okay. Good. Just everything. Yeah, I mean, a lot of glazed here, some sprinkle stuff, some of these cinnamon rolls, whatever makes sense. How long has this place been around?
About 4 years.
About 4 years? Okay. How long have you been here?
A little over 6 months.
Okay, good.
I think that after an event like that, you just aren't in politics anymore. I think that's it. I think you tried, and then you went into that donut shop, and you shouldn't have. That was a bad call, and now you're done. You don't do public stuff anymore. And I'm not just saying just in politics. You mostly stay out of the public from now on, because that was terrible.
Okay. Nick Fuentes, of course, he's an avowed white supremacist. He said, what kind of a man marries somebody named Usha? Clearly he doesn't value his racial identity, his heritage. I mean, this is racist garbage.
Yes, it is.
But this is also a guy that dined with Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago during this campaign. That dinner that Trump had, and of course it was Kanye West, the guy that's praised Hitler, who arranged it all. That was back a year and a half ago, and Trump still hasn't given a full-throated denouncement of this guy who said that terrible stuff, but he said, I mean, he's a white supremacist.
Look, I think President Trump has issued plenty of condemnations on this. The one thing that I like, the one thing I like about Donald Trump, John, is that he actually will talk to anybody. But just because you talk to somebody doesn't mean you endorse their views. And look, I mean, Donald Trump spent a lot of quality time with my wife. Every time he sees her, he gives her a hug, tells her she's beautiful, and jokes around with her a little bit. I'm not at all worried.
Imagine if Kamala Harris had dined with 2 Nazis. That's all anyone would ever talk about. Imagine if Tim Walz had dined with 2 Nazis. And now I'm saying that they're Nazis because Nick Fuentes and Kanye West have both said how great Adolf Hitler is. Or do you want to split hairs and go, well, technically they're not, they just love Hitler and what he did, but they're not technically Nazis. Okay, we can have that semantic debate, right? Look, I get it. Trump does no apologies. And as a general rule, that's not that wrong strategically. But you have some obligation that if you accidentally dined with Nazis to say, hey, I didn't mean it. I didn't know this son of a bitch was a Nazi. So yeah, of course it's terrible that he said Adolf Hitler is a good guy. Sorry. Okay, don't even add the sorry. Just make it clear. He's never said Fuentes is a bad guy or Kanye West is a bad guy. He's never denounced them. I mean, it would end any other political career.